a good place to start. And as we're going through the challenges that we're going through right now, Nathan, we can see the world becoming more and more polarized, right? And we can see that polarity show up in so many parts of our life. And unfortunately, we're seeing that as we walk through the pandemic and all the chronic illness work that I do, we see this polarity between conventional and alternative medicine. And I think, as you and I are both passionate about, is like, how can we change this conversation of how can we take the best of both worlds and really merge them so that the patient really has the care team that we all want for them. And just a little aside, I grew up in a conventional family. My father's an oncologist, my mother is has a nursing background, and so I've been in that system, and I've seen the unfortunately the failures of that system, but I also have seen some of the great pioneering work that many big-hearted doctors and researchers have contributed. And I think like in any system, when the systems get big, there can be, unfortunately, some of that passion or that information can get lost. And so it's almost like we have to re-inspire those people on the ground floor of conventional medicine, how they are making a difference in people's lives. And I often say, because I see patients who've seen, I was one person's 54th doctor. And so I've seen patients who've, gone to all the conventional, exhausted the conventional routes. They usually don't come to alternative medicine because that's how they grew up, or that's how they were naturally inclined. It came from a process of, unfortunately, being failed, not seen, dismissed, misunderstood by our conventional paradigm. And so, I often say, I see a lot of neurological illnesses, and I see that neurologists are some of the smartest people on the planet, right? All the schooling they go to, all the work that they do. And I think I'm like, how frustrated would I be if I was a neurologist and some patient that came to me had, underlying causes that I don't know yet how to communicate. And I'm only given like 4 or 5 drugs to actually help them, and I'm like, that could be really frustrating, because on the flip side, in the alternative world, we have, our toolkit is so big to a fault. I often overwhelm patients because I share so many things. I, give them so much information. And so, I think about, as we were talking about the opportunity here as our healthcare system is in a healing crisis, is how do we move forward with an integrative model where we can take the best of conventional medicine. And really, I think where alternative medicine shines is their therapeutic toolkit. There's so many tools, so many ways to support people, and also this understanding of, okay, what is the root cause? I had a teacher, a mentor of mine in school, say nothing is random in the body, right? So we have to get away from this, like, oh, it's just our genetic destiny, or we're just, this random event is happening, that we're victim to. Like, we need to come back and reclaim how empowered that we can be, and how no matter what illness that you're facing or what the diagnosis is, there's always a path forward, and there's always an opportunity to heal. And so I think that that's what inspires me. That's what I'd like to see in my lifetime, in my career, how we can really pave the way that we're not in this polarized 2 camps, but how we work together. And I've had, patients where I have really awesome neurologists too, who are really, more open-minded, who are in the functional camp. And we work together as a team, and those patients really accelerate their healing.
We hope you enjoyed this short excerpt from the Health and Healing Club. This entire interview is available inside the Health and Healing Club, which you can try for a free 7-day trial at healthandhealingclub.com. You'll be able to access this interview and all the interviews and resources dedicated to helping you get and stay healthy at the Health and Healing Club. That's healthandhealingclub.com.